it this way. Together we play. We are IMA. From the beginning till the end of this day, we move and we sway. Together we stay. We'll take your hand and help you through the mistakes. Whatever it takes, we'll find a brand new place. We'll join our hand in hands and then we'll fly till the end of the time, till our worries will die. We'll do it our way, the IMA way. IMA. It's a dream to be at our best. We fight on our own with no room for rest. It's a dream to be at our best. We fight on our own with no room for rest. And it's a legacy that we want to leave. Make them all believe there will be no just like raising the flag. We'll do it our way, the IMA way.
I have seen IMA growing as a small city organization to a nationally recognized association.
As Team IMA, I'm dealing with a commemorative issue.
Indore Manager is a 20-year-old IMA publication. It carries articles.
As the theme says, work the talk, leadership now. I guess this time also we lived up to the benchmarks that we set for ourselves at IMA.
Now I'm a part of the team which manages the students. But I personally feel that joining IMA and those who join IMA as students or at any level get is excellent man management skills.
IMA for me is a pool of opportunities.
It's a live experience.
IMA has done a unique thing this year. It's picked up a very important concept which is so close to the minds and hearts of people, called the Nukkad Natak concept.
Is the animation going on in the conclave, and that animation is not prepared by any professional organization. It's prepared by the students of Indore.
IMA is so different because we are developing the professionalism at IMA. We are trying to doing our own things at own, because we are not hiring the outsource agencies to do our programs and create an event.
We not only get world-class speakers in terms of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan or Mr. Ramcharan.
We are trying to create world-class ambience and facilities at the venue this year.
So it's a big challenge for us to up the ante this year. I'm sure we are going to do better than what we have done over the last years.
There has to be a reason why people like Dr. Ram Charan, Dr. Narayan Murthy, they all have associated with IMA.
It provides a fantastic learning and networking opportunities for local businesses, which is unmatched and unparalleled.
IMS International Conclave is the most awaited event for the students, academicians and industries.
IMA is all about Yariyan. It's all about management ki Ras Leela, and it's all about creating dhoom each year in the form of events at the rate of perfection.
एक बरस में एक बार ही जलती होली की ज्वाला और एक बार ही लगती बाजी जलते दीपों की माला। दुनिया वालों किंतु किसी दिन मदिरालय में देखो कि दिन को होली रात दिवाली रोज मनाती मधुशाला।
To all the people in IMA, it would be incomplete if we do not say a big thank you. Starting with the students who come with all the vigor, the faculties who send the students and who come across to the EC members of IMA, to the sponsors and to various education institutes. A big thank you, and we see you next year.
Kindly do the floral welcome of our chief guest, Mrs. Rajshree Birla. IMA to address and welcome the speaker guests and our delegates.
Good morning, everybody. I'm extremely honored to have the chance to address this August gathering when our institution celebrates its 50th year. This is so precious a moment for us because aside from the fact that this function underlines our association, successful back-to-back conclave for the past 23 years, this dais also going to witness the showcasing of talent, of exemplary achievements, of illustrious people in various spheres in the next 2 days. I, on behalf of Indore Management Association, take the opportunity to invite and welcome all of you to this Management Fest, as we call this a 2-day Management Mela. It is one of its kind in the world. I'm sure all of you have experienced this. And it's an honor for IMA to play host to great speakers who will deliberate on Work the Talk. I would like to quote, "Effective leaders are like skilled craftsmen. They have their favorite tools, but know when to use the others to create excellent work." When it comes to leadership, many people try to be all things to all. Many end up being nothing to all. Or they try to be one thing to all and end up being useless to most. So ladies and gentlemen and dear friends, join us to explore Leadership Now, Work the Talk. Thank you very much.
I now invite Mr. Amit Bidasaria, Conclave Chairman, to share about IMA International Management Conclave 2014.
Good morning. Welcome to IMA's 23rd International Management Conclave 2014 on the theme topic Leadership Now, Work the Talk. This conclave also marks the triumphant accomplishment of the jubilant 50 years of IMA. The 50 years of existence is indeed a remarkable milestone for any association. This has been made possible by the leaders who have led this association from the front, and all of us at IMA here. We are indebted to them for the hard work they have collectively put in making IMA a vibrant organization. All of us know that IMA, through its yearly held International Management Conclave, brings us face to face with distinguished galaxy of iconic personalities who have grown their organization into mega corporations through vision, hard work and leadership. IMA Conclave is largest management conclave held in Asia. The impact of this 2 days ideation, discusses and sharing of management excellence is reaped for decades by nearly 3,000 future managers every year. And also, it helps them in terms of building up their skills and capabilities. The 23rd International Management Conclave is privileged to have the support of United Kingdom as the partner country. Thank you, Shri. Leadership has evolved and is evolving at an unprecedented rate. India is undergoing a transition, and it's important to provide a 360-degree insight to this evolving leadership. IMA conclaves over the year have successfully demystified this enigma. Execution is the key. Leadership has been redefined. A janitor dedicated to his job can inspire a senior manager in a parallel organization. Leading by example is now precisely what the talk. The need of the hour thus is to be practical and result-oriented by action. This conclave theme has mascot and ants. They are soldiers, yet they are leaders driven by common goal and real-time evolution for the greater good. Each ant supports the other, and if they not, one inspires the other. Yet, each ant also shares a vision to scout the colonial leads. Can we have the AV for the ants, please?
I see. Oh no. This'll do nicely. I am Isaac.
Move along, move along. We do this for you. There. And now we do this now. Monsieur. Move that. Move the junk now.
I've got an idea.
Thank you, ABT. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, this and graphics have been made by students of IMA here at IMA in Indore itself. Can we have a big round of applause for them? Before I conclude, in the brilliant words of Steve Maraboli, the universe does not give you what you ask for with your thoughts. It gives you what you demand with your actions. It's time for actions, time to walk the talk. Thank you.
May I now have the AV introduction to Mrs. Rajshree Birla, please.
Mrs. Rajshree Birla, Director, Aditya Birla Group. Padma Bhushan awardee Mrs. Rajshree Birla is a director on the boards of all major Aditya Birla Group companies and the chairperson of the Aditya Birla Center for Community Initiatives and Rural Development. She spearheads the Aditya Birla scholarships that spawn the leaders for tomorrow. Community work done under her stewardship includes helping the physically challenged, espousing social causes like widow remarriages and dowry-less marriages. She has received many awards for her contributions in the area of social work. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very extraordinary Mrs. Rajshree Birla.
Mr. Mehta, Mr. Dave, Mr. Bitsaria, Mr. Goel, Mr. Munjil, Mr. Iyer, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be with all of you this morning. Let me congratulate IMA on their Golden Jubilee year. I would also like to commend IMA for choosing an excellent topic as the theme of this conclave, Leadership Now, Work the Talk. Is absolutely the need of the hour. I believe we need this approach in several spheres such as the government, business, education, and in the non-profit organizations as well. I want to point out just one indicator, the Human Development Index. As you may perhaps be aware, India ranks 136th out of 186 countries. It is very hurtful that we are behind countries such as Ghana and Namibia. At the same time, India is on the intellectual map of the world. India has spawned world-class institutions in engineering, the basic sciences, medicine, and management. These investments in brain power have paid rich dividends. In nuclear and space technologies, for instance, India ranks among the leading nations. India boasts of the world's third largest scientific and technical manpower. These demonstrate areas where leadership has worked the talk. Rather than talk in just abstract terms, I believe it would be more useful to share with you examples of some great leaders who literally work the talk and walk the talk. There are fine examples to follow. I have divided my presentation in 3 parts. First, my focus will be on 2 iconic leaders, Mahatma Gandhi and Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore. We can draw several lessons from their books of life as they work the talk. In the second part, I want to dwell on our group and how my son Kumar Mangalam, supported by his team, worked the talk akin to evolution from a caterpillar to a butterfly. And in the third part, I want to highlight the area of CSR. Through these examples, I will drive home the need to make the quantum leap if we wish to be counted among the advanced nations that count on every front, which I am sure is every Indian dream. So let me begin with Mahatma Gandhi. Your theme reminded me of Gandhiji's timeless words of wisdom: action expresses priorities. As you all know, Gandhiji's greatest priority was to achieve Swaraj for India as a whole and for all Indians. Swaraj for him was not a limited concept confined to political freedom alone. He envisioned Swaraj as emancipation through economic self-reliance and empowerment of all sections of society. That is how he worked. On the dignity of labor, making one's own salt, the Dandi March, and spinning one's own cloth, the Charkha, community participation in everything, and self-reliance, village communities. Thus he used the same actions as political weapons and messages to the British Empire as a part of his political dexterity. He set out a bold path with carefully thought out actions of defiance, backed by the tools of satyagraha and ahimsa, a moral, or should I say a mocktail in the Gandhian spirit that made for a leadership lesson unparalleled in the history of the world. The Mahatma's repeated acts of moral courage inspired future leaders like Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., and Aung San Suu Kyi, who followed a similar path. Gandhiji was an outstanding leader with a bold vision, a dream backed by solid actions. He worked hard to gain the trust and commitment of the entire populace. He set an example, seeking the truth, but in an active way. No wonder he called his autobiography My Experiments with Truth, as experiments are a purposeful action. He had so many priorities, yet he chose them carefully and acted on them single-mindedly, and his work, his actions gave his priorities meanings. Lessons from Gandhiji's leadership have relevance for leaders in every field, be it academic, technology, community, or business. Business in today's world is perhaps the most dominant institution. Yet it faces serious questions and its multitude stakeholders have unique expectations of it. Business deal leaders deal with many challenges and also have tremendous opportunities in a global world. Business leaders, therefore, always face the dilemma of prioritizing where to focus and how much to focus. Challenges are so severe in the short term sometimes, such as the oil spill crisis that deeply faced or windows of opportunity to reposition oneself are so fleeting as Nokia has learned so painfully that the wrong priority can be catastrophic for a CEO personally and for the large business at large. While words can communicate the priority, the real world takes cues from priority as signaled by work and resource allocation, be it money, talent, time, emotional bandwidth, or leadership attention intensity. All of these are scarce resources, and no wonder Gandhiji was fasting to end the communal violence on the midnight of 14th August 1947, rather than rejoicing on the unfurling of the tricolor. What can be a more telling example of leadership that works the talk? Today we see a resurgence of Gandhiji's philosophy and actions in parts of our political arena.